with the legend, Richard Towers, man. You're a legend, man. Richard
good to
Towers.
meet you, man.
Here supporting Cash Ali. What you feel about his chances in the fight Saturday night? Obviously, you're going to be a bit biased, but like, give us your assessment of that fight.
Yeah, without the bias, being fair and logical. Cash is up against it. He's up against it in Joe. Joe's got the experience. He's a big man. He's seen this. He's been on this stage plenty of times. Even boxing Zhang. He's boxed on the big stage and then he's come back for seconds. The guy knows what he's doing, so we've not taken anything lightly. Cash is going in completely aware of what task is at hand. If Joe's not, Joe's underestimating Cash, and we all know what happens when you underestimate any fighter, especially a heavyweight. Cash can punch, Joe can punch. Cash has got experience in a ring, Joe's got a bit more experience in the ring. It's two big men coming to fight. Cash is, for all I've known and for all I've seen, he's serious about this fight, as he's been as serious as the last ones. Joe sounds and looks serious, but we don't know what's going to happen until Saturday night comes.
Yeah, I think Joe kind of overlooked me a little bit on social media. He called out Joseph Parker again, say, let's just get a rematch. And I'm thinking, but I think another minute he got a fight against Cash Ali, and that should be your focus, isn't it? I think he may be overlooking slightly, but we'll see on Saturday night, as you said. The heavyweight landscape has changed over the past year or so. The Saudis coming in with the Saudi money. Everyone wants to fight each other now because the money's involved. The wife come back now as well. And he's cleared. So know what substance it was even. No one's even clear on what that was. What substance was. No. It was clear, but clear of what's it taken, what was taken.
I think there's that much unsurety in boxing these days with regards to the testing and stuff like that. I think I've heard Canelo. There's not much talk about him eating beef and stimulants being found in the meat that he claimed to eat and stuff like that. People look past that. When it's heavyweights, people do pay a little bit more attention because you're more likely to get a knockout at heavyweights. I know Canelo's guaranteed to get knockouts and stuff, but I'm just saying that if the man's turning up. I used to spar with Dillian and we'd spar. We had some good spars, and there were times when he'd come unstuck or he'd have trouble with me. There were times where Dillian had dropped me. We had some really competitive spars. One thing I'd say about Dillian, what I couldn't say about myself, if I'm 100% honest, is Dillian always turned up, and every time he turned up, even if it were a bad spar he'd had before, he'd spar harder. He'd always turn up. Tyson Fury, he'd always turn up. Every time he turned up, if he didn't turn up the last time, he'd turn up harder this time. Joshua, Deontay, Vladimir, Vitaly, I sparred with them all. And one of the things I noticed, Usyk, one of the things I noticed with these guys is every time they turned up with a bit more of a sinister intention. I didn't realise, fresh out of jail, got into boxing late, whatever it was, I don't know, but I didn't realise, and I'm only just realising now, the value of turn up, keep turning up, and eventually, as the law would have it, you'll get the result you'll get the desired result you're after. And one of the things I say about Dillian is Dillian's, he's had his ups and downs, he's had his ins and outs, so has everybody else. We touched on someone straight away, Canelo. There's many other unspoken situations of people, getting caught with this or doing that or doing this. And if you're in the limelight, you're to expect attention. That's what you're in the limelight for, innit?
Exactly.
They're in the art of prize fighting, so they're going to get attention, unnecessary or not. With regards to do we look past Dillian, we can never look past him. I remember we were sparring once, and I caught him, and I felt like I was playing with him. I was having a good result, and I felt like he couldn't touch me, and I was keeping it long. I was rolling my hands, doing all the stuff Brendan does, and I could see he was getting frustrated. And every time we'd get in the clinch, I'd push him off because I could see he had a little twinkle in his eye, frustration. He was trying to clock me. So we get close, and I push him off. And Adam Booth said to me, he said, "Richard, don't push him. That's not a good practice." So I said, "He's trying to hit me on the break, Adam." And he said, don't push him. So I went, okay, no problem. Obedient as I was, I went back out. I was sparring again, got in the clinch, and I tapped Dillian on the back, and I stepped back, and I thought, why have you not put your hand up? As soon as I thought, why have you not? Boom! He caught me a left hook and dropped me. And then, you know, and my point of telling you that story is, when I came back after sparring, after that sparring session, I came to spar Dillian again the week after, and my mindset was different. I didn't realise at the time, but I remember thinking, oh man, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? It's dropped me, nearly broke my jaw. You know, I'm getting in this. I've got no money. I'm not getting paid. I think I've been offered a ridiculous amount to fight Joshua. I said I fight for free, but Adam explained to me they've offered you that ridiculous amount, Richard, because they want to go a different way. Because me and Joshua had some good spars as well. So I look at all these success stories now, all these people coming through. He must have made over £1 million, going from driving around on his moped up to the gym to spar with a book on his learning the taxi routes of London, for whatever reason it was, probably for something to fall back on, to being Dillian Whyte, you know, and all that, you know. I've got nothing but respect for all of them.
You got to respect where he's come from, like, you know, having a child at what age of 13, 14, like, he's overcome a lot, so like you have to I don't think he took anything willingly, but just like we know, usually like you hear, we don't brought that up because I usually hear kind of being it was common thing or whatever. You know what substance was. Obviously they haven't said what it was. Maybe it's the legal reason why they can't say what. Obviously
all left under the rock.
Obviously we want obviously this positive something. That's not what it was. This could have been nosy any sort of thing. We're in the industry, but nosy aliens. Like, don't want to know, but like the heavyweight landscape has changed dramatically, and like, you know, like casting your back. But if you was active now as a fighter now, you know, would you be relishing these opportunities now because of the money that's been put into the heavyweight division?
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, I've definitely thought about it. You know, I do some sparring with Cash and spar. You know, if any heavyweights come up to spar with Cash and he's been poorly in the past, you know, he's got poorly overnight, I won't cancel sparring. I'll turn up to the gym and I'll do some rounds. But getting in ring and doing 4 rounds is significantly different to getting in ring and doing 12 rounds in front of a crowd, in front of TV. The walkout in the changing rooms before, moving backwards on the way to the thing, sat thinking, what should I calm my nerves down, keep your eyes still, don't burn energy, interviews, then the training. There's a lot what goes in front of the fight in boxing, and that's one of the things that I remember why I pulled up, why I came out of boxing, because the injuries I'd sustained. Obviously I didn't do it from a child. I started my first fight at 33, my first professional fight at 33. But with the training, with the preparation, what's difficult, and that's where these guys deserve respect. Cash has done everything that he could possibly do to prepare for this fight. He's put him through hell and back. You know, he's followed every detail to the intricate detail. He's followed every instruction. So, if listening, if dedicating yourself, if putting the time in speaks for anything, Joe Joyce is in for a fight on Saturday night, but Cash is also aware that he's in for a fight. This is a guy what we're an Olympian. This is a guy what boxed at the highest level. This is a guy what walked through, let's not forget, Daniel Dubois walked through him, jabbed him up and busted his orbital bone. You know, this is a guy what has to be taken seriously, but at the same time, let's not jump too far forward and start planning fights with Joseph Parker. Respect to Joseph Parker, and Andy Lee's my good friend as well. Let's not jump too far, because there's another heavyweight here what you got to deal with. So fingers crossed, we'll do everything we can do. And I've told Cash, this is one of the things I always said to him, please brother, please. One of the things that I wish somebody I'd have took notice of when Brendan said to me, just enjoy the experience. Just enjoy it. I ruined it with nerves, I ruined it with anticipation, I ruined it with laziness, I ruined it with, you know, overthinking. I ruined my experience. So now when I speak to kids in the gym, I said to them, this is your time, enjoy it. Win, lose, draw, whatever it is, just not disqualified.
Exactly, man. Like, I couldn't ask for more. What you just said, like, that's profound. And I hope the kids that are listening to this interview that taking what you say, man. Like, I realize that like things like you very powerful with your words. Like, I think you're a legend because you got loads of words of wisdom, and anytime I see you in an interview, you say something that's profound and like.
Oh, thank you, man.
Like, that's why I got enough respect for you. Like, all the time I've been working in boxing, like I was just got break and whatever, but like I've also I've never met you. That's what I meet this guy.
Good time, man. Good time.
He's always got something good to say.
Better late than never, innit?
Yeah, man. So I'm like fanboying out meeting you because
respect, man.
I have enough respect for you, man. Like,
yeah, same.
Loads of respect, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. But obviously you got the joke fight, which is a joke to me. Joke Paul versus Mike Tyson. And I don't think it has any place in anywhere.
No.
I have no interest in the fight. People ask me about it. Oh, what do you think? I don't care about it. Like Tyson doesn't listen to me. Like I grew up watching Mike Tyson. That me as a kid. That's how I watch Mike Tyson, Roy Jones. That's
sad,
my era.
Sad. Yeah, it's sad.
Sad, and I think Mike's doing it for the money probably.
That's what I was thinking, If he's getting paid out of it, fair play. He's got a family, he's got bills. You know, one of the things that I've learned in recent years as well, you know, because you have the dreams of nice house, nice car, this beautiful thing, and this you have all these dreams, don't you, when you're young. But as you get older, you realise the more that you have, the more you got to fork out. You know, Brendan told me a story. He said, I had a friend who had a company, sold it for 150 million. He goes and he'd turn up to the gym and he'd graft like he didn't have a penny. He said, so one day, over his sweating head, he sat on the wall having a drink, ready, taking a deep breath, ready to get started again. He goes, I walked over to him and went, why do you work so hard when you've just sold your company for 150 million? And he said to me, Brendan, the bills never stop coming in. And it's true. You know, the more you buy, the bigger house you get, the more bills you've got. The nicer car you got, the more expenses you got, insurance or whatever it is, tax, whatever.
Yeah.
So
the B.I.G. song it and the Puff Daddy song it, more money, more problems.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I just think, you know, keep your feet on the ground, be grateful for what we've got. My kids are healthy. I've got clothes on my back. I've got people that respect me. You just told me yourself that means a lot to me, because after all that I've done wrong, I've tried to make it right. I'm still trying to make it right. I've made my mistakes, massive mistakes, but you know, if the children can look at me like you're saying, they can go, you know what, this guy, listen to this guy, I've accomplished something. I didn't become world champion, but
to me, champion in life, man. That's the thing. Like, I boxed as a kid, and I wanted to be like champion. Became a champion of my area. Like, when I was younger, like in kickboxing, Thai boxing. I become like champion, like area champion, and I thought, I was going to boxing, and it just never worked out that way. But the thing is, like, the more I can give to my kids and people around me.
Now we get fulfillment from that, don't we? Yeah.
Exactly, man.
Listen, there's another saying: the best way to make God laugh is to tell him your plans. It's already written, it's already gonna happen whether you want it or not.
That's a good saying, man. I'm taking that one.
Yeah, taking it out, man.
Man. But like, after closing out, any last words you want to say about the fight on Saturday night?
Obviously wish each man safety. You know, I wish each man, victory to some extent. Cash more than Joe. And I think it's going to be a good opportunity to embrace the experience, embrace making new memories, and don't blink, because it's heavyweights. You know, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, man.
Cash is turned up for a fight. He's turned up for a fight.
Exactly, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate your time, man. You've been standing here for hours.
Respect, man.
I respect it, man. You gave me some time, man. So
thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
man.
it. Thank you.
Closing that one.
Thank you. Cheers, man.